What's up, guys? Back with another video. Today we're talking about Triple C, Henry Cejudo, everybody's favorite fighter, as Henry Cejudo would say. Henry Cejudo is kind of like taking on like the godfather role of MMA. It seems like every fighter now that has a title fight or is looking to come in and get a big fight is now training with Henry Cejudo over there at Fight Ready in Scottsdale, but. You look at, he trained Davison Figueiredo. He was training with Jerry Prochazka. He was training with John Jones. He was training with Korean Zombie. So, Henry Cejudo, we all know Henry Cejudo is don't get me wrong, Henry Cejudo is a great fighter, right? Let me just get that out of the way. Henry Cejudo is a great fighter, Olympic champion, bantamweight champion, flyweight champion. I mean, the accolades go on and on for him. So we never want to diminish or ridicule Henry Cejudo's accomplishments in the sport of MMA and becoming an Olympic wrestler. That is a very, very elite accomplishment, and we never want to undermine that. But Henry Cejudo also has that other side of him, right? The king of cringe, right? He has that side where it's like, you either like it or you don't like it. And, I do think it's entertaining to a certain degree. But yeah, it is cringe. But he just tweeted today, his manager, Ali Abdelaziz, who was Justin Gaethje and was Khabib's former manager before he retired, that he's back in the USADA testing pool. Guys, this is huge news. If he's actually serious, now, if he's serious about coming back, this could be a potential big fight. If he comes back at bantamweight, he could change things up there. Or if he comes back at featherweight and fights Alexander Volkanovski. Now, Alexander Volkanovski in his post-fight interview said that the featherweight division is a little bit slowed up right now because no one's making themselves a clear number one. Obviously, outside of Max Holloway, right? But I think Henry Cejudo really wants to fight Alexander Volkanovski. And the reason being is I think he wants to fight them because they're similar in stature. I don't think if Max Holloway was still ruling over the featherweight division with an iron fist, I don't think Henry Cejudo will be trying to come to the featherweight division and fight Max, right? Max is a big, tall, lanky fighter for that division at 5'11", almost 6 foot. I don't think Henry Cejudo would be calling out Max Holloway. But since Alexander Volkanovski is almost the same height as Henry Cejudo, maybe an inch taller, 5'5" and 5'6", he almost seems like this is like fighting a bantamweight. He might weigh a little bit more than me out of camp, but in Henry Cejudo's mind, this is like fighting a bantamweight because most of the featherweights are not that small. You know what I'm saying? Volkanovski has the stature of a bantamweight, to be honest, at 5'5", 5'6". Most of the featherweights, are climbing up above 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". In Max Holloway's case, almost 6 foot, right? You look at Yair, 5'11". Look at Brian Ortega is like 5'9", 5'10". Dan Ige is 5'8", 5'9". That's why I think Henry Cejudo is going to try to come back and fight Volkanovski because he sees him as similar stature and he, in his mind, believes that he's better than him. I do believe that Henry Cejudo has more accolades and has done more in the sport of MMA than Alexander Volkanovski. But I told you guys before in an earlier video, you're going to have to start putting your respect on Alexander Volkanovski because he wiped the floor with Korean Zombie. And I'm a big Korean Zombie fan. I like Korean Zombie's fights from back in the day. But Alexander Volkanovski looked powerful. His hands looked fast. And I think Henry Cejudo coming to 145 pounds after a long layoff. He hasn't fought since May of 2020. So 2 years. And I believe it takes 6 months after being in the USADA testing pool, you can be cleared to fight. I think it's a tough fight for Henry Cejudo. I really do. I don't think that he can just come in there and expect a cakewalk from Alexander Volkanovski. I think Volkanovski will surprise Henry Cejudo with his fight IQ, with his toughness, with his heart, and his durability. And the thing we've been seeing from Alexander Volkanovski is he's getting better every fight. He has the determination, he has the will, and he has the belief. We talked about it when he escaped those chokes from Brian Ortega. He has that fight in him. He has that stubbornness about him that he's like, I can find a way out. Almost like Hamza, I just believe, there's no way you can beat me. I believe in my heart of hearts that I can push through and I can win these fights. And I think that for Henry Cejudo to come in there and beat him, he would have to be something special that night. But yeah, that's the announcement today, guys. Henry Cejudo, Triple C, bantamweight champion, flyweight champion, Olympic champion, is entering back in the USADA pool. That's all I have for you guys now. Obviously, we can make our assumptions about who he may be fighting, but my mind and my heart is telling me that he's eyeing a fight with the featherweight champion, Alexander Volkanovski. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and back in tomorrow with another video. Thank you, guys.